it turns out there's more to it, I'm going solely on how it's advertised.
Hey,
Alright.
what's going on?
What's going on, bro? How you doing?
Doing well. Can y'all hear me okay? No echoing?
Yep.
Yeah,
All right,
sound good.
perfect.
Clear as day.
Now, I do want to state y'all are forgetting the third option in anime. Well, we have the series, we have the movies, there's the OVAs. See, Beerus is probably going to be an OVA, which Mike Hollow, you'll probably, because OVAs go either 1 episode to 12 episodes.
Mm.
Simple, short, sweet. They're usually 24 minutes to 28 minutes. And the quality of that is always higher than our regular anime. And so Beerus is, from looking at all the screenshots from this, from the 2015 Super to that, it's definitely of OVA quality. OVAs can be almost, if not better than the movies at times, depending production time and all that, how much they want to put into it. Now, why had nobody mentioned that? I'm just curious.
Because I can answer this
said-
actually. Because the industry's different. I wish it was still like you were talking about, but OVAs aren't like that. What you're talking about aren't really a thing anymore, and that's one of the biggest goddamn crimes of the anime industry. Nowadays, OVAs are like extras. Usually, they're a little more saucy. It's usually just, oh look, they show tits in this one. They don't really do like gorgeous looking OVAs like they used to. That was primarily during the OVA boom of the 90s, like the 80s, 90s into the 2000s. But nowadays you don't really see much OVAs anymore, and if it's usually like a side story of an existing thing. Like the JoJo, they had the Spock Kishibe Rohan.
Listen, we don't. I
I've
was about to
seen
say,
that.
if you were about to say the 90s OVA, we don't talk about that.
No, there's one on Netflix with Rohan. It's a 4-part.
Yeah.
series.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Yeah,
It's great.
yeah. OVA sadly doesn't do that anymore, and I say sadly because that was the best anime back in the day. Like that's when anime was at its peak, was the OVA era. You get an OVA of like some thing that was like the craziest premise you ever saw, and it was the most gorgeously animated thing, and it was like 4 or 5 episodes, and my god. And now like anime has gone downhill a lot in recent years, but
Beerus might be the comeback for it,
that would
depending
be
on
nice.
how it's done.
That would be nice, but I think they're just going to be doing a series because I think it's just there to,
So,
hey, remember
essentially-
Super? Because we're bringing it back.
So essentially, I did bring it up earlier. I was talking about the rumored episode length of Super Beers, and apparently it's supposed to be like 6 episomes.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're trimming
Yeah.
it down.
So in that way, like it is kind of an OVA, but not calling it that. So that's why I didn't originally say OVA. But to me, I take this as a different approach of talking about it.
It's more of a Kai thing. It's just a better Kai because Kai was kind of scuffed.
But technically, this is longer than the Battle of the Gods.
It's getting
Yeah,
longer
'cause
than
this
the movie,
is
but it's
6
shorter than the Super
episodes.
series.
It's 6 episodes, right? Battle of Gods is an hour and 45 minutes, so it's going to
It's
be
longer than the movie. It's
roughly-
shorter than the arc in the original show. They're trimming down the Super version.
So, but we're gonna get like the movie version, but updated, maybe a little bit more added into it.
I think it's the Super version. I think it's just they're just taking the Super, like, it's the version on the boat, and they're just trimming the fat.
And honestly, this will probably be, as Mike said earlier, this is going to be a great option for some folks because, to me personally, I watched the 2 movies. I didn't bother because I read the manga too, so I didn't bother watching like the movie arcs in the anime. And once they started doing Universe 6 versus 7, I started watching. So I sort of missed all the bad animations. But I think this will be a great option for newer people. Since, I mean, good Lord, there are some kids that have never seen Dragon Ball. I remember when Toonami aired Dragon Ball, I didn't know what to think of that. I was like, oh, it's young Goku. I remember being stupid as a kid, like every time, oh, Gundam Wing, there's a new Gundam. They showed Gundam 1970 anime. I thought it was the shit. But my God, trying to ask somebody to watch 1979 Gundam is that's a task at times.
Yeah, it's not happening. I've been trying to get my friends to watch Saint Seiya for like 8 years. They won't do it because they're like, no, it looks too old. I tried to get them to watch Claymore. They won't watch it. Tried to get them to watch
Oh,
Fist of the North Star.
What?
what kind
They
of
won't
friend are
watch it.
you? Trying to get people to watch Claymore?
Listen, if I watch
Hold
it,
on
they have to
now.
watch it.
I just step away. What do I miss?
I've tried to get them to watch loads of different things. Like what else? I tried to get them to watch what was it called? Was it Dead Man Wonderland?
Oh yeah.
Dead Man Wonderlands were really nice.
I tried to get them to watch so much shit. They're just not interested because they're old. They're like, Mike, we don't watch that shit anymore. Man. Like,
Maybe
yeah,
maybe
sorry.
this is just a personal problem with these individuals, because I can't think of a lot of people that are that dug in their heels about things being
Oh,
old,
bro.
especially these
Listen,
days where people are like, new things suck, I'm gonna go back to old things.
not anime watchers. If you look at the shit that's going on, even in the Naruto community, you got the Boruto guys saying that, oh, the Naruto guys are just old and they're always complaining Boruto's better.
Don't do
Like,
that. I'm here.
No.
That's bullshit.
That's not bullshit. It's, yo,
No, 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 no.
you
I'm
know
on
what
your,
you mean.
I'm on your
Hold on.
side.
Are you
I'm
talking
on your
about children?
side. I'm on your side. I'm saying that's bullshit. Fuck Boruto. Give me my Naruto back.
Yeah, if Naruto's coming back this year, apparently.
No, it's not. We look. Super then got 2 animes, 5 games, and they can't release 4 episodes. Don't get me started. Don't get me started.
Let's just leave Boruto buried in the past where it belongs. Naruto ended on a happy ending. End of story. Let's move. Now, Mike, I was just curious. All right, since sadly, Toriyama passed away, Yoko Taro could pick up the mantle, but Bandai or Shueisha is being very wishy-washy. So, who would pick this up and continue this story? Because I feel we're at the end. It's not like the same as like Berserk, where forgive me for not remembering the manga's
Where he-
name.
Yeah, but he
Pass.
he told a friend the story.
But
They can
yes, his
say it.
friend had all the notes and everything.
Yeah.
I
So-
thought Toriyama's last story was Diamond, so he just passed on the reins to Toyotaro. So now
Funny
it's
thing-
Toyotaro's story now.
Funny you say that, because technically there is something they could go off of. For one thing, they did work together on the manga, so the anime can adapt the manga arcs and kind of follow their own. I hope they do, because personally, and I think I speak for a lot of people, the anime, anytime it was the anime and manga covered the same story, the anime did it way better. Let's not even get into what the manga did with the Goku Black arc.
What,
That shit was
in
ass.
with Super? No, the one thing that Super
But-
did that I really liked is, do you remember? I think Vegeta was fighting Jiren, and he was switching between red and blue to conserve energy, and then he would like use red to fly really quickly over it, and then switch to blue and like punch him up. That was really cool.
That was a
'Cause
neat
blue's meant to
idea, but it's like
consume a lot of energy.
you have little things like that buried within like mountains of shit. Like look, I'm not a power scaling guy, but Master Roshi dodging Jiren
Oh,
was a
yeah.
bit much.
Yeah, that was dumb.
Yeah,
That was so dumb, and my friends tried to justify, it, and I was like, no, bro, there's
Look,
no.
Listen,
it was cheap.
I think generally power scaling is bad, because I think people that get into power scaling missed the point of the Frieza saga. Where it's like, no, there's a reason the bad guys were relying on power levels and it wasn't working. But like, okay, there's a limit. There's a point where it's like, now you are stretched. And when Master Roshi is like, nah, Jiren, what's up? Okay.
I think
Damn it.
Master Roshi getting that one moment with his like one freebie, being as old as Matt. Oh, come on.
No,
As old
as
Master Roshi
It
is.
was done way better in the anime, where you had
Yeah,
that whole his
100 times
speech and
better.
everything. That Master Roshi episode of the anime, oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, Master
But-
Roshi couldn't dodge a punch from Raditz. How the hell is he dodging a punch from Jiren? Like, come on, what are we doing here?
How long ago was that?
What, when he does-
From the Raditz to
Yeah,
fighting,
like,
well, not
that's-
fighting during.
Now, to be
Jiren.
fair, Roshi he been training. He been
Yeah,
he been
that's
keeping
a
up.
big leap in
But-
power.
But
Do you think Roshi could beat Raditz now?
No,
If
well,
we're
no, you
saying
don't think
like
about the
now
time.
Roshi,
yeah,
Was it-
yeah,
was it-
tournament
didn't
of
they
power
say-
Roshi? That's what we're talking about.
Do you think Tournament Power Roshi can beat Raditz?
It's possible.
yeah.
I don't know. I don't think so.
no
What?
ratings. The old man. That's mad.
He's too frail.
Old man, that man's immortal. You seem to
hold on.
forget
Hold
that
on.
man ain't gonna die.
Could
True
so
home.
Roshi, could Raditz destroy a planet? Can Raditz?
I don't.
I don't think he
so.
could, because I
I
think
want
the
to say he
destroying
couldn't,
planet
hence
thing.
why he had to go to the planet. Otherwise,
Yeah,
he would just nuke it from wherever. From
Yeah,
space.
well,
they-
well, they were clearance so they could be sold. Like that was they were pirates.
It
Planet
says
pirates.
Raditz is likely not capable of destroying a fully sized planet like Earth in its base form, but he can destroy the moon and smaller rocky planets.
Yeah, I think the destroying the planet thing as a threat really didn't come about until Vegeta threatened it with the Gallic gun.
Mm.
That's when that started. That's when that hit the threat
That
escalation.
was in ape form or not ape form?
No, that's when they were having the beam duel because he was firing it down because he was going to blow up the planet with the Gallic gun.
Right.
Wait, hold on. These are saying that Roshi beat up the Frieza soldiers. The Frieza soldiers in Dragon Ball Super were massive pussies.
Yeah,
They
I
were
think
massive
people.
pussies.
This
Are
power
you guys,
scaling does
hold on.
confuse
Are
people.
you guys forgetting that there was a
Hmm.
whole part where they were literally laughing at them, and they were laughing at Krillin because they're like, Krillin, you're stronger than this. And Krillin just went, oh yeah, I am. And he just wiped all of them.
Yeah.
Like,
so
they
I
were
was about to say.
gigantic pussies. I think the Frieza soldiers on Namek were stronger than those guys.
I think they're the same. I think the
No,
power. I
well,
think
that's
people
a
get
different
confused by the
army.
power scaling. I think people get confused by the power scaling and they think it just happens to everybody. Because what Super was like, we're looking in the other universes. Because we've had our universe and we've seen our universe is going in the direction it's going and everything and clearing out all the weaklings. But like these other universes didn't have that. And then it's a big universe out there. Even our universe, shit's going on out here. We've only really been following these guys. So we're seeing people that are like 5 sagas ago strong. Like the idea that like we were following up through the whole Boo thing, so we forget that in our universe, Frieza was the top. Cell was made after the fact. Boo was sealed away. Yeah, Frieza was the top. So like even other universes would still be kind of Frieza saga level. And so I think when kind of Super reminded people of that, people tend to forget that it's not, we're not dealing with all these new characters that are around our heroes level. Power levels are all over the place because people have been, having their own things going on and training this way, training that way. It's a bigger world out there.
Well, some people also forget Frieza is, as Goku is a talented fighter. No one will ever question that, but his intelligence is that of a potato most of the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Truth.
But
Yeah.
when it comes to Frieza, he's a fighting prodigy just like Goku.
Mhm.
And in
True.
Resurrection of F, he spent like what was it, 6 months training, gets golden form, but
Mhm.
didn't perfect it.
Yeah. He
That
just-
was
as
his
soon as he
biggest
got it,
flaw
yeah.
in that
Yeah.
film, to that arc. But then we get through after the Moro arc, there's the gas arc. Is it the granola or gas arc they call it?
I think it's gas. No,
Okay.
no, it's granola. No, it's
Yeah,
granola.
people
It's,
call it
it's the
granola,
end
but
of the
I think, yeah,
granola. We see Black Frieza just pop up, gut check both Vegeta and Goku. And it's like, okay, he spent, someone correct me if I'm wrong, because it's been a minute since I've read this. It's a special type of hyperbolic time chamber.
What that Frieza went into.
Yeah.
Yeah, Frieza went to another universe, and it was a surprise because Granola wished to be the strongest in our universe. So when Frieza showed up and just fucked everyone up, everyone was like, "What the hell?" But then obviously Frieza wasn't in our universe at the time, so that
Yeah, he
hyperbolic
loophole it.
time chamber probably like worked in a different way. Then he came back and just bodied everyone.
Yeah.
But
I think that would make a good.
Was,
that-
I just because of the queues building up a little bit. Was there anything you wanted to ask Cody or any of us?
No, that was about it.
I did want to point out because I did get sidetracked when I was saying, what else would they do? Because Toriyama's dead. Not only would like a Black Frieza arc then be a good little bookend to like join back to like you beat the classic villain comes back in his strongest form, you beat him, and then that's where we rejoin the end of Z. But also, and Xenoverse has been doing this. Like I said, Toriyama wrote the story for Dragon Ball Online. Dragon Ball Online is canon. It's not only canon, it gives us a resolution to things like what happened with Goku and Vegeta, what happens with Gohan. Like we learn all that through Dragon Ball Online, and then
That's gonna get
Xenoverse has been readapting Dragon Ball Online. So if you really wanted to do more material, once you finish up the Black Frieza thing, rejoin to Z, you could adapt Dragon Ball Online's plot. It's right there.
I think they're gonna long this out. I think that Frieza should kill Beerus. I think Beerus is the purpose. Like, I mean, what else? What more? What does Beerus do now besides sit there and watch people fight? He hasn't really done anything since his movie. Have Frieza kill him and become the god of destruction.
No,
His
no.
purpose
Actually,
is as a
Vegeta
martyr.
would be the god of destruction in a sort of sense because Beerus kind of pushes Vegeta that way because of Ultra
Yeah.
Ego.
Yeah, he does,
Yeah.
but there's no reason why Frieza can't just. I mean, Beerus can be killed.
Well, they've said it was said. I can't remember if it was Toriyama or the anime director. Somebody said this. Beerus exists as a marker, where it's like this is the guy, this is the level that Goku and Vegeta are pushing to. So that's really his story purpose is to
Yeah, but
exist
that's
as
not
like a
very.
as a
That's,
notch.
yeah, that's not very good if someone else can just beat you though. Because if someone can beat them, then that means that this is the new goal now. And Frieza hates them as well, so they've got an actual thing they need to work towards and kill. They don't really want to kill Beerus. They just want to get stronger than him. But if you give them something to work towards, that
I do
truly,
see what you're. I do see what you're saying. That like
what does Beerus actually serve? Like, what we could get out of Beerus versus Frieza is actually watching Beerus go all out and get fucked, not fucked up, but have an actual fight. Actually watch Beerus have a proper fight, and then now we progress the story because there's no point in Beerus beating Frieza. The story doesn't go anywhere there. But if Frieza beats Beerus, now we got a massive problem.
I see what you're
Right.
saying because then that would alleviate the like. Well, why would Goku and Vegeta fight Beerus if they're on friendly terms? But if Frieza kills Beerus, that gives them more of a drive to beat Frieza, and that would also be a symbolic thing that they surpass Beerus. I do see what you're saying. I think that
Also-
that could work. It depends on how they pull it off. If they did that.
But also, don't forget, God of Destruction is like a force of the universe that is there for the reason to keep everything balanced while things are born and made. He's sent out to, okay,
Yeah.
pop this planet, pop this planet, pop this. All right, I'm going back to sleep for the next 50 years.
That is a thing too, where like why it couldn't work. As I said, it depends on how they do it. Because Goku and Vegeta, I don't think would take the job. I don't think Vegeta would take the job of Destroyer, even if he got the power of one.
I think
because
Vegeta would.
Yeah, don't kill Beerus, bro. That's like killing Galactus. It sounds like a
Yeah.
good idea at first, but that power vacuum you leave is fucked up.
Yeah, like because I mean, this is kind of a spoiler, but I mean it's for a game that's been out for decades. According to Dragon Ball Online, Toriyama's story, and he's just in Super bridged it more, so it's not like he changed his mind. Goku and Vegeta do have a final battle, and they both die. And the whole thing is we don't know who won.
I saw that.
Yeah, they go off into space like as they're because Saiyans they stop aging up to a point, and then when they reach a certain age, they start aging again. So when they like get to the end of their youth, they realize we're about to be out of our prime. We need to have our big final battle. They head off into space. They go all out. Both die. We don't know who won. We like one of them won and then died shortly after. So we don't know who won.
So they both kind of just
Yeah, they're both losers.
Yeah, if you
They
want to
Naruto and Sasuke each other's arms off.
Oh,
kind of, yeah.
They
Pretty
both came second place. That's not a cool ending.
Now, I do want to touch on this.
Either way, because of that, we know that neither of them are going to take any of these jobs. Like Vegeta's not going to become Destroyer because he goes off to have his big battle with Goku and dies. So he's probably not going to have a job and abandon his job for that.
I do want to touch on this since you did mention that because along with all the anime's new announcements, there was Project 1000 mentioned. My assumption is since you mentioned Dragon Ball Online, that might be the new Dragon Ball Online.
It's probably just Xenoverse 3.
Yeah.
It's a possibility.
Although
All right,
people have been talking about Cell Max too. I don't know if y'all know Cell. The reason we got Cell Max because Cell does come back proper in Dragon Ball Online. He's the last boss. Cell is the final boss of Dragon Ball.
Yep.
It was like Cell X. If you look that up, that was the last boss. that
Oh
Dragon
yeah,
Ball
I
Online
remember
had.
that.
Yeah.
I remember seeing that.
Cell,
thing. Why is Cell
Cell
back?
comes back as basically an alien queen. He like spawns a whole race of cells. So yeah, that's why Cell Max was not Cell, because it was like throwing a bone. Like Toriyama's like already brought Cell back, but he comes back
this
later.
Is,
He can't come back now.
one of the ugliest designs
Yeah,
I've ever seen.
yeah.
Yeah, that was.
Well, that's the
Truly
Dragon Ball Heroes
horrific.
version with the thing in the middle, but the
Yeah.
the artwork there, that's Cell X. So he does come
Yep.
back.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't think they should go down this road. He looks stupid.
I like it, but I like it. It goes along with the whole greater thing of like the army of cells. Like he comes back and like takes Cell Juniors to the next level by creating way more of him. And I think if that was like readapted, that you could do a lot with that. Like you could do different cells based on Toriyama's other like cell prototype designs. With like different, you could add more cells into his mix with like characters that came later. Like there's a lot you can do with that. And I do like the idea of the original Cell being this ugly, scary monster. Like we have the cool Cell as like the army of cells, and then this is like the horror thing that they're all spawning from. So I get what he was going for. I
I'm
think it's
not
pretty
into
cool.
that thing at all. It looks horrifying.
Mhm.
But PhD, we need to get the next person.
That's
on here, bro.
fine. Go right ahead, brother.